Hello to the humans out there watching this. I made a whole video just now. It's about 10 minutes long, and I didn't even introduce myself. I just dove right in, because that's what I do. I just dive into the sea, into the flow. But let me just introduce myself briefly. I can't fully describe myself because I'm to be experienced. I'm always changing, and so are you. But my name is Haley Goldstein, and I support people in their fullest expression on a cellular level, baby, to restore the flows by supporting your water body on a physical level, the physical, the mental, and the emotional. All three contribute to the integrity of our water body, and the integrity of our water body also shapes our physical health, our mental health, emotional health, and our spiritual health and connection to the unseen realms. So anyway, that's a little introduction of me, and enjoy this video. Hello. So here is the truth of the matter. Ideally, I had this thing in mind, making this video for this event, and thank you to all the people putting this together, all the humans putting this together to expand mineral balancing and connect people and bridge perspectives. Ideally I had in mind, not making a video out while it's snowing, but honestly, it couldn't have been any better at the same time, because that's what's authentic to the moment. I just moved to the mountains from the city, from my studio apartment in the city to the mountains. Literally 2 days ago. I'm still unpacking. I found this coat at a thrift store. Thank you, angels. In the small town here, just 2 days ago, and it wasn't raining yet or snowing, and now it's raining and snowing, so perfect timing. All is divine. And I'm sharing all this because I needed to make this video, and to create the most resonance is to be authentic to the moment, and that applies to the art of healing. Healing is creating. Healing is an experience. Everything that we experience, we're co-creating, right? So disease is a co-creation, which might feel triggering to some if you're listening to this. If you have chronic illnesses, you might think to yourself it might feel bad to think that you're co-creating that experience, but that is part of the journey, is taking responsibility in our reality, and that we co-create it. But that also means that we can co-create healing. And the three laws of creation, and objectively speaking, is efficient energy, conscious intention, and authentic action. And this distills down to my framework: minerals, mindset, and the moment. Minerals to create the energy, mindset to shape the energy, and the moment to express the energy. And so many of you who are watching this are either a practitioner or just someone seeking support and the right person to work with for mineral balancing. Maybe you don't know. I want to assume that if you're here, you know a little bit about mineral balancing and you're trying to find the right practitioner, or you are a practitioner, or you have a podcast, or you're an artist and you're looking to bridge perspectives and collaborate. Either way, that is my objective perspective and my holistic approach, that when you work with me, we tend to nurturing all three: the energy, the efficient energy, conscious intention, and authentic action. And practically speaking, that looks like, so the efficient energy is minerals. So I run an 8 hair tissue mineral analysis, and diet, and all those diet, food, nutrition, unique to you, and mindset, which is not just creating loving awareness around the stories that we tell ourselves, right? Especially our relationship to our symptoms, that all stems from beliefs and stories, right? And most of us are programmed to fear symptoms, but we're alive beings. we're alive beings. We are innately expressive. So it's really the outcome of the experience when it comes to symptoms and changing any chronic pattern. A major piece to that, principle to that, is our relationship to the experience, our response, right? Our mindset. So when you learn about the science story, right, about your body, and really the objective truth about how energy works, and many of you watching this maybe already know about that, but also, do you actually embody it and apply it to yourself? So my offerings offers support in the creating awareness around the stories through science, learning the science, right? This allows us to create intention, so we're not just popping supplements and taking supplements and doing all these therapeutic interventions from a place of fear, trying to fix yourself. We're doing it from a place of trust and support and with intention, because that, it's not just about what we take or what we do, it's why we're doing it, because this shapes our how. So what, why, then how. Minerals, mindset, and the moment. And I think a lot of people in the mineral balancing space, and just in general, may hit a wall or are having incoherent experiences because of a combination of variables. Life is a combination of variables, but because you need an adjustment or a nourishment in one of the three, either the minerals, the mindset, or the authentic integration. And so my approach, my framework, is really the art and science of healing. And I'm getting wet by the snow. It's snowing right now. And I also am going to school for expressive arts therapy. And yeah, we are powerful beings, and basically my work is to support the master creator that you are. Meaning, if you're coming here for chronic symptoms, to change chronic symptoms, then all we're going to do is support your capacity to change, support your capacity to create, to express yourself, your fullest expression on a cellular level. Minerals, mindset, in the moment is a framework to support your fullest expression on a cellular level. That's what I'm really here for, to support you in that and remind you of the powerful creator that you are. Changing is creating. Creating is changing. Expression is creation. So it all comes back down to supporting our fullest expression so that we can support the regeneration of energy and the resilience and the sustainability of our vessel, which is what allows us to co-create a reality. Not just allows us, but is what is responsible for co-creating our experience. So if you are experiencing uncomfortable chronic patterns in your life, know that you can change that, because you are a master creator. And if you want support in that, and you enjoyed this video and you resonate with what I'm saying, please reach out to me. I have a website. It's very minimal right now because I'm still working on it, but that doesn't stop me from sharing it, because I'm showing up as I am and meeting myself where I'm at in the moment. I embody what I preach. And I myself, I guess I didn't share a little bit about me, is that but we can set up a call and I could tell you a little bit more. But basically, our intro call would be for you to ask me questions about what I offer. But basically, I used to have chronic illness and many chronic symptoms, which I've changed and healed practicing what I preach. I used to have infertility. I had no period. I didn't have any period, so I went on birth control because that was their solution. And I didn't know what I know now, so of course I went on birth control for 10 years, which is poison, and I was already imbalanced. And I went off of it a few years ago, starting my journey and tending to my metabolism. And I restored my period for the first time ever in my life naturally, a year and a half ago. Again, practicing everything that I preach. and tending to my mineral terrain, creating awareness around the stories, the beliefs, and authentic action and integration and self-expression. So I restored my period. I used to get chronic strep. I used to get chronic sinus infections. I had skin issues. I had histamine issues, indigestion, constipation, and just so many whispers of the body. And then my body started to scream because it gave me no choice but to listen, because I didn't, no. I thought maybe the video had to be 5 minutes, but here we are. My body gave me no choice but to listen, and that's when most people, unfortunately but divinely, really start to listen, is when the body starts screaming. But we should really I don't like to say we should, but get to a place where we are sustainably maintaining our body, so we don't get to the point of burnout or getting super sick, for us to listen. And that is a whole deeper perspective about the feminine and Mother Nature, and how we as a society just stay so busy to avoid ourselves, really, and not listen. And anyways, so this journey has increased my capacity to listen, to express myself, and to face my wholeness, the dark parts, the uncomfortable parts, and process that and feel it and alchemize it. Because feeling, expressing, is letting go, is releasing, is alchemizing. And that requires energy. That requires sustainable foundations and structures. If we're constantly in a chronic survival mode and in a fragile state, and our cellular energy is compromised, we are going to be in survival mode, and we're going to hide, and we're going to isolate, and we're going to conserve. We're going to become more fragile to our environment. And this is going to show up as chronic uncomfortable symptoms, because our body's trying to communicate that. We just have to listen and take responsibility for what choices we're making that are creating this experience. And understanding why, because there's a reason for everything. Our addictions, our choices, that's all for our survival, but we're not meant to live in survival. But it is so beautiful, because everything, even our uncomfortable symptoms, it's always an attempt at a solution, right, to keep you alive. So, with all that said, I have healed many of my chronic symptoms, practicing all that I preach. And I am an artist, I am a healer, and I'd love to work with you if you're also an artist and you're also a woman. You don't have to be a woman, but that is my personal experience in this life now. But I'm always very curious to work with all sorts of different kind of people and get that experience. So I think that's all that wants to be said. And I'm gonna go inside now, and I'm learning how to start a fire, and the only way to learn is by doing. So here I go. We're only going somewhere from here. Thanks for watching, and I'm excited to hear from you, whoever you are. Shine bright. Okay, portal shutting.